All right. It's a wonderful evening here today, Lagos State, and I'm super excited to be here today and also to show you an awesome opportunity that I believe has a tendency of changing your life for the best. Now, my name is Okeregos Kelsey, and I am a web developer and a digital marketer. But today, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different from what I do personally. And what I'm going to be showing you here today is something that has to do with what I title financial literacy. So this is a financial mastery and business opportunity master class. And in this class today, we are going to be learning something that I believe is important, expedient, and very vital to our lives today. And most importantly, our financial life. Excuse me. Now, if you want to be successful in life, if you want to be financially uh, free or independent, everything I'm going to discuss with you here today is very, very important. It's very, very crucial. It is expedient that you take it very, very important. Okay. Now, I want to beg you before we continue that every information you're going to learn here today, I want you to try as much as possible and apply them, all right? Because um, we are living in what we call an information age. 2018, the 21st century you and I are in today is an information age. Now, so many people get information, all right? So many people get information, but what differentiates Mr. A from Mr. B is what A or B does with the information that they receive, all right? Now, people receive information and they apply it and it works for them. On the other way hand, so many people receive informations, they receive educations, financial educations, and they fail to apply these principles. All right, and if you fail to apply these principles, believe you me, nothing is going to change in your life. Okay, with that said, I crave your indulgence. I want you to keep an open mind, and also if you don't have a paper and a biro or a book, I will advise you to get one and try as much as possible to pen down everything you're going to learn in this class today, because it is going to affect your financial life in a very great deal. Okay, now I always like to start my presentation with the quote that life is deliberate and success is deliberate. Now, what this means is that I keep telling people one thing. I tell people that as individuals living on planet Earth, every one of us are the product of the choices that we make. All right. Now, if you want to be successful in life, you have to tell yourself that I want to be successful, and you work towards achieving it. Okay, you work towards achieving it. There's a popular saying that goes like this. It said, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." And that is the bottom line of it. That is the truth about it. Now, it is how you think you are. It is what you want. I tell people, your dream has to be bigger than you. Okay, you have to beat your chest and tell yourself, I want to make it, even when people tell you that you're not going to make it. Now the question is this: are you going to agree to what they say, or are you going to tell them I am going to make it? But sometimes you see people who are just okay with the situations they are passing through in life. They do not want to make any change, and forgetting that one thing that is constant in life on planet Earth is change. Change is the only constant thing. If you are in a situation in life that you don't like, what you have to do is to infect, or should I say, you bring about change. All right, you have to change that situation. You don't continue to do one thing every day and an hour, every minute of the day, and you expect different results. it doesn't work that way. So I tell people that life is deliberate, success is deliberate. You have to decide what you want and work towards achieving it. Okay, now another thing I want to point out here today is the fact that your life, my life, our lives gravitate through our most dominant thought. I think I've said something like this before. Our life gravitates to our most dominant thought. It is what you want to achieve. That is what anything you're thinking of. All right, let's look at it this way. Whatsoever that you are always thinking of, consciously thinking of, all right, that is what your mind will keep gravitating towards. That is what you want to achieve. If you always think about financial freedom, your mind will start telling you things that you can do in order to achieve it. But if you always think of failure, now let me shock you this moment. There are people that always think of failure. They never think of anything good. All right, so you don't associate yourself with those kind of people. I tell people that there are about 4 different kinds of people on this earth. We have the subtractioners, right? We have the dividers, those that when you have an idea and you take your idea to them, this caliber or group of people, they tend to extract. They will subtract your ideas. If you have 10 ideas, they're going to subtract 5 and leave 5 with you. Okay, then we have the dividers. The dividers, you have to try as much as possible as well to stay clear of these people. Now when you take your ideas to dividers, the dividers will divide it. If it is 10 ideas, they will divide it by 5 and leave you with only 2, hanging with only 2. Now what are the kind of people you should associate with? We have 2 types of these people. We have the additioners. Now this category of people, what they do basically is they add to your vision, they add to your list of ideas. You take to them 2 ideas, they will multiply, they will add it up to maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. They will add more to it. They will advise you, oh, you want to do this way, why not also try this way? Why not add this one to it? Don't you think it's going to work? Let's just give it a try. Let's try and see. The additioners. Then we have the multipliers. The multipliers are those that multiply your vision. They multiply your ideas. You have 5 ideas to these people, they multiply it by 5 and give you 25 ideas. These are the kind of mentors that everybody should strive to be with. Very important. Now before we continue, I need you to keep an open mind. This video is only for the category of people who wants financial freedom. Now if you found this video accidentally and you are okay with the level of life you are living today, you don't want financial freedom, please and please, I beg you to drop this video. In fact, bounce off this page and continue with whatsoever thing you want to do. This video, the disclaimer in this video is it is only meant for people who are striving or who are hungry for financial freedom. If you know you're not hungry for financial freedom, please, this video is not for you. Keep an open mind and make sure you watch this video to the very end. That is one good thing that you can do for yourself this time around. For finding this video, please don't watch this video in a haste. This video has important information, like I said earlier, that will affect your financial life for the very best. So watch this video and don't be in a haste watching it. Make sure you watch it to the very end. It's very important. It is very expedient. Now I want to ask you a few questions before we continue. The first question I want to ask you is this: do you want to actually succeed in life? Do you really want to succeed? Now this is a question I ask people. When people come to me for advice, or most of my workshops and seminars and webinars, I always ask these questions. I ask people, do you want to succeed? Because in the course of life, I have personally mentored so many. I have personally found out that so many people in life do not have a vision. They are living their life based on what someone else wants them to do. They cannot make a decision of their own. They don't want to succeed. They are okay with what they are earning. They are afraid to make it in life. They are so scared to succeed, to make money, to become financially free. So if you're that kind of person, please leave this page. This video is for those that want to succeed financially. Please, this question is very important. Do you want to actually succeed? That is the first question. The second question I want to ask you is this: do you hunger seriously for financial freedom? Or are you really okay with the level you are and the amount of money you are currently earning today? Are you okay with the money you're earning? If you are okay with whatsoever amount you're earning today, then this video is not for you. It is for those who wants to make an extra money, who wants to attain financial freedom. Now, I keep talking about financial freedom, but I have not defined what it is. Now, permit me, I'm going to define financial freedom to you in a jiffy. In a moment right now, I will define it for you and tell you what it is. But for the meantime, just follow me along and make sure there are no side distractions. Now, your financial freedom depends on you getting these two things right. I want to share two powerful things with you now. Two powerful factors that you have to put at the front of your mind. You have to know them the way you know the front of your palm. These two factors are expedient if you want to succeed financially. Now, number one is money management. I'm going to try as much as possible to see how I can keep this video in less than 1 hour. All right, either 1 hour or less. I don't want to bore you. I don't want to make it too lengthy so that you will not get bored watching it. All right, but if you want to make money, definitely, even if this video is 2 hours, it shouldn't bore you at all. The first factor here is money management. The second factor is financial literacy. Okay, this is one thing that differentiates the rich from the poor. Now, the rich understands these things. They understand what money management is. They understand what is financial literacy. Now, you cannot be financially free if you don't have an iota, if you don't know about money. Okay, you need to educate yourself about money before you can be financially free. So these two things, very important: money management and financial literacy. Okay, now the reason why people make money and lose it is traceable to lack of financial literacy. That is the bottom line. Okay, now everybody makes money. This is what I tell people: no matter how big or small it is, we all make money, but it is financial literacy that so many of us lacks. Okay, now this is very important. Okay, what I want to share with you now is also very important. This is it here. If you want to be successful in life, if you really want to be rich, ladies and gentlemen, whoever that is listening to the sound of my voice and watching this video today, if you want to be successful in life, if you want to be rich, you must know how money works. Very important. There is no two ways about it. Okay, if you want to make it in life, you must strive to understand, to master how money works. If you don't know how money works, money can never stay with you. That is the bottom line. That is the truth about life. If you don't know how money works, money will not be happy. Money will not find it happy to stay with you. So you must know how money works. Okay, now another thing you have to do to be financially free is to understudy the life of the rich. Okay, you have to understudy the life of the rich. Very important. Very expedient. Okay, now if you want to make money, now you have to know the kind of life that you live, the kind of caliber of people you associate with. If you want to be successful in life, you want to be rich, you have to start associating with the rich. Okay, you understudy their life, you know how they invest. You want to know how the rich invest. Okay, you want to know how their attitude towards life is. How do they react to some of the challenges of life? You want to find out how they take decisions. How do the rich take their decisions? Very important. Okay, how they approach situations, very key if you want to be financially free. Okay, another thing you can do again is this: you can Observe your poor friends around and do the opposite of the things they do. All right? Every one of us have few poor friends around. All right? Now, you take your time and look at them very well, scrutinize their lifestyle, and do the opposite of whatsoever they are doing. Okay? Now, if they are procrastinators, what will you be? You'll be proactive. You'll be proactive. Your poor friends are procrastinators, you'll be proactive. All right? Now, if they are pessimistic, you'll be the opposite of pessimistic, which is optimistic. They are pessimistic, you'll be optimistic. Okay? Now, financial freedom is now. I want to explain to you, I want to define to you what financial freedom is. I keep mentioning financial freedom, besides that is what this video is all about. All right? But what exactly is financial freedom? Now, by definition, ladies and gentlemen, financial freedom is when the income or the money that is being generated from your assets exceed your expenses. All right, exceed how much you're spending. That is expenses, the things you spend money on. Okay, by the time the money that is coming from your assets, I didn't say from your wages or salary. Please understand what I'm saying. I didn't say the money coming from your wages or from your salary. I'm talking about the money coming from your assets. Okay? And for those of us who doesn't know what asset is, this is the meaning of assets. Assets are the things that make you money without your physical involvement or presence. That is called assets. Okay? It's a system. It's a system that generates income, that keeps giving you money without you being there. You don't have to be physically involved. You don't have to be physically present for these things to work. Okay, that is what we call assets. Now, there are systems that make you money even while you are sleeping or you are on a vacation. All right, you don't have to be there. Your presence is not needed. That is what we call assets, and that is what the rich do. This is the league where the rich play. The rich always strive to acquire assets, to put their money into assets, because they know the assets have the tendency of generating lifetime money for them without their physical involvement. Now, principles of financial freedom or principles of money, that is the next thing I want to talk about. All right. Now, for you to be financially free, for you to attain financial freedom, having known how money works or financial literacy, it is also important that you understand the principles of financial freedom, or what I title as the principles of money. Very, very important. Now, the principles of money are what determines if you will be successful financially or not. When you learn these principles and apply them, I told you earlier on in this video that it is not about getting the information. It is not about getting the information. It is about what you do with the information. Okay, it is about what to do with the information. In the Bible, they had the story of the servants that their master was living and gave them different talents. The Bible said to one he gave 1 talent, to the other he gave 2, to the other he gave 5. Now, those that was given 2, or the person that was given 2, went and traded with it and produced extra 2, making 4. The guy that was given 5 put it into trade and made an extra 5, making 10 in all. But the young man that was given 1 buried his own. So many people in our generation today are like that. They hear information, but they do not do anything with it. Please, I pray your own case will not be like that. Okay? Now, these principles, like I stated here, are what determines if you as an individual, as a woman or a man, will be successful financially or not. And that depends on you applying them strategically. Now, the rich understand this principle, and that is why they are rich already, and they will keep getting richer. Why the poor keeps getting poorer? Because the poor does not want to learn. Okay, now the principles and practice of financial freedom. Now, I have to sound this to our hearing, that for every principle there is a practice. Okay, for every principle of money there is a practice attached to it, and this practice are the things that goes with the principles. For you to achieve the principles, what will make you achieve the principle is the practice that goes with it. So you don't just learn the principles without applying the practice. If you don't apply the practical thing, that's the practice, that the practical approach to the principle, you will never actualize it. That is the truth. That is the bottom line. Now, the first principle of money I'm going to be clearly stating to you today is called making money. Is making money. Now, as clearly as this is, everyone makes money. Yes, every human being makes money, no matter how big or small. Every one of us makes money. If you're earning 5,000 naira every month as a salary, it is money. Okay, if you're earning 10,000 naira, it is money. If you're earning 1 million naira, it is money. So everybody makes money. Okay, now the practice of making money is sales. Now, for you to make money, what do you have to do? You sell. This is what most people don't know. But on the contrary, this is what the rich has mastered over time. That is making them money. Everybody who wants to make money has to sell. Okay, whether you like it or not. Now, take for example, now if you work in an organization, maybe you're a salary earner and you're working in a company or an organization. Now, the reason why your boss pays you salary is because directly or indirectly you are contributing to the sales that is made in that particular organization. Okay, now if the company does not make sales, I assure you that they are going to lay you off. You will definitely be laid off if the company does not make sales. Okay, now it's very clear. This is the skill set that the rich has mastered over time, the art of sales. The number two principles for financial freedom of money is managing or maintaining money. Managing or maintaining money. Now, it is not about the cash flow. This is one thing I tell people. It is never about the cash flow. It is never about how many millions or billions of naira that you have in your bank account. It boils down to how much you can keep. There are people that makes money and they cannot keep it. They cannot not even give account of what they use the money for. This is the gospel truth. Now, the practice of managing or maintaining money is budgeting. It is budgeting. Budgeting simply means planning. How do you plan to spend or use your money? There are people that don't know how to plan. They spend their money extravagantly, and at the end of the day, they will not be able to give an account of how they spent the money. Now, I'm going to share the last principle of money with you now. And mind you, this last principle, please, is very important. I want you to write it down. If you have a pen, write it down. The last principle of money that I'm going to share with you right about now is very important. And it is what the rich has mastered over time. It is what the rich has mastered over time. Now, if you know the first and the second principle and you fail to know and apply this last one, you will never, I repeat, you will never attain financial freedom. Okay, now here comes the last principle, multiplying money. Multiplying money. This is the last principle of money, multiplying money. Okay, and like I stated here, this is the principle that can give you financial freedom. The principle of multiplying money is the one that can give you what I call financial freedom. Listen, if you don't get this one right, forget about financial freedom. Okay, now what is the practice of multiplying money? It is simply investment. The practice of multiplying money is called investment, and this is the league that the rich play. The rich do not joke with this. This is the secret to their financial freedom. This is the reason why a rich man can boast as a rich man, because over time they have mastered, or he or she have mastered, the practice of multiplying money, which is investment. Okay, now I'm going to share with you two types of investment. since we know that investment is the only way that we can attain financial freedom, now how do we invest? What are the types of investments that as a human being that wants financial freedom you should take note of, or you should put your money into? Now, before we talk about that, I think I have to talk about this fact that are very important as well. Now, as important as the last principle of money, which is investment, is, may I shock you this moment that only about 5% of the world population are true investors and knows how to invest right. That is the truth about it. Only 5% of the 7 billion plus people in the world understands how to invest and are true investors. And another fact you should be aware of is this. Now, this 5% that knows how to invest right, the 5% controls about 95% of the total cash flow in the world. This is amazing, guys. This is amazing. This is amazing. Only this 5%. Now, the question is this. Don't you want to be among this 5%? Don't you want to be among these 5%? I tell people something. I so much like bringing out illustrations from the Bible. Now, there's a portion in the Bible that the Bible says that the poor shall never cease in the land. But the truth is this. It all boils down to choice, personal preference. Okay? Now, you tell yourself, I am not going to be among the poor that will never cease in the land. Okay? If there must be rich people, I must be counted among the rich. This is it. Now, what do you do to become among these 5% of the people in the world that knows how to invest right and controls about the 95% of the total cash flow in the world? This is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. Now, what you have to do now is to understand the factors that you must look out for in any investment. Okay, now after understanding the factors to look out for in any investment, then I'm going to share with you the two types of investment I spoke about before. Now, the first these factors are what the rich, they look out for before staking their money in any investment. The first among the list is capital security. Capital security. How secured is your money? This is the first question smart investors always ask. Okay, they want to know the level of risk involved in the investment before they stake their money into it. They want to know the level of risk involved. The number two things is what we call level of control. Okay, they want to know the level of control they have over their capital. This is the reason why before the rich invest in anything, they want to be among the board of directors in that particular company that handles that investment. The reason is because they want to be able to make vital decisions that will be able to affect their money. Decisions that will affect their money. The level of control. You must know these things. It's very, very important. And the last one is return on investment, ROI. But this is the last question. This is the last thing the rich man or woman considers. The smart investors considers. This is the last thing they consider. The reason is because they know that if there is security of their capital and they have a level of control over their capital, then nothing is preventing return on investment. That is the truth about it. Okay, but the poor, on the other hand, always are concerned about number 3, return on investment. The poor man will always ask you, how much will I get? If I put my 10,000 naira, I put my 20,000 naira, or I put my 50,000 naira into this business, at the end of 1 month, 2 or 3, 4 months, how much am I going to get? Tell me how much I will get. This is a question the poor man will always ask you. They will never ask you about how secure is your capital. Who are they entrusting their capital to? They don't ask those questions. They don't even want to know the level of control they have. It is how much they will get. Now, here comes the two types of investment that I spoke about earlier on. Okay, the first type of investment I want to share with you here is what I call FABs. FABS. If you have your pen, write it down. FABs. Now, what are FABs? FABs are businesses without structure. FABs are businesses without structure. They are businesses that have no roots. They do not last. FABs don't last. I repeat, FABs don't last. They come and they fizzle away after a very, very short period of time. Okay, now one of the most recent fabs that we encountered, not very quite long, is MMM. MMM is a recent fab that we encountered. When it came, so many people were excited. People who don't understand what investment, people who lack financial literacy, they saw MMM and they saw it as a shortcut to financial freedom. Many people staked their millions of naira into MMM, and at the end of the day, they all lost their money. Those are called fabs. Okay, now the number two type of investment where the rich play in, this is where the rich play, is called trends investment. Okay, trend lasts for a very long period of time. Trend always have stood the test of time. They can last for centuries. Okay, now one of the unique things about trend is that one trend always leads to another, and trend always comes as a means of solving problems. Now when one problem is solved, it leads to a new trend. When one problem is solved, it leads to a new trend. Now, a very good example of trend businesses are: number one, the internet. The internet is a very good example of a trend business. Now, when the internet came few years ago, so many people who invested in the internet are rich men and women today. They have already attained what I call financial freedom. Okay, the internet can never fizzle away. It is a trend. Okay, now another one to consider is real estate. Real estate business is another trend. Then another one I want to point out to here is cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency is another trend that is making waves today. The cryptocurrency, digital money, that's what cryptocurrency means. Digital money, electronic money that you don't hold on your hand. The one you hold is called fiat, F-I-A-T, fiat currency. Cryptocurrency is digital money, electronic money. Okay, now the biggest trend right now that you should take advantage of, I have pointed out about 3 different trends to you right now. I mentioned the internet, I mentioned the real estate, and I mentioned the cryptocurrency. But there is one that I'm clearly particular about, which is the one I want to share with you in this video today. The biggest trend right now that is making wave in the world today that you should try as much as possible to be part of. Okay, now this trend I'm talking about is the e-commerce. It is e-commerce, electronic commerce. It is simply the buying and selling conducted electronically, and that is through the internet. All right, through the internet, the e-commerce. Now, before now, people only depended on walking into a market, offline market or stores to buy and sell their goods and services, or items. All right, people always go, they have to leave the comfort of their home, they will dress up and take their bath and go to the market to buy. That is how it has always been before now. But may I shock you that since the advent of internet technology, the reverse has become the case. All right, now people no longer have to leave their homes. Even right now, people stay at the comfort of their homes with their smartphones or their laptops. They stay in their houses and they buy and sell anything they want on the internet using what I call e-commerce, the e-commerce website. Now, a very good example of e-commerce website for those of us who don't know what it is, I think we have about 2 that are really trending in the country right now. We have the likes of Konga, and we have the likes of Jumia. These are good examples of e-commerce websites. Okay, people almost every day goes there to buy. Okay, so a good percentage of Nigerians now have handsets, they have smartphones. We have so many people in Nigeria who are now internet users. Okay, Nigeria has become even the largest mobile market in Africa. As I'm talking to you right now, Nigeria as a country is the largest mobile market in Africa. Okay, now I have an image here of internet statistics from 2013 to 2019 that is showing us the number of internet users in Nigeria. Now, in 2013, we have about 51.8 million Nigerians that are using the internet, that are buying online, that are shopping online, and checking for information or the other on the internet. Active internet users in Nigeria. 2014, it entered 57.7. In 2015, we had 63.2. 63.2 in 2015. Now, in 2016, it graduated to 69.1 million people actively surfing the internet on their smartphones and laptops. In 2017, we had a rapid increase to 76.2 million. Then in 2018, it is 84.3, and we are looking at 2019 to hit 93 million people in Nigeria using internet, actively surfing the internet, active internet users. Okay, now let's talk about e-commerce and Amazon.com. Now, the reason why I'm bringing Amazon.com in the picture here is because Amazon.com is the largest and the biggest e-commerce website in the world today. All right, but looking at the way Amazon started a few years ago, you wouldn't have believed that the company would have had tremendous success and breakthrough that it had today. Okay, now Amazon, like I said, is the largest e-commerce website in the world, and when Amazon IPO, that is the initial public offering of Amazon, was introduced, the majority of people didn't recognize the opportunity in the company, in the business. They never recognized it. And I pray you will not, bounce off these videos today without recognizing the opportunity that I will be sharing with you today. Because this is an opportunity that has changed lives, okay, in Nigeria. That is changing lives in Nigeria, and it is still going to continue to change lives in decades to come. Okay, now when the IPO went open, so many people didn't recognize the opportunity. All right, so they didn't invest in it. They never invested. They first showed reluctant to invest into Amazon. Okay, but today, ladies and gentlemen, today the few that actually saw the opportunity and staked their money in it are dollar millionaires today. All right, if you have your time after watching this video, you can take your time and do research on everything I'm telling you. You find that everything I'm telling you here are true facts. Okay, now Jeff Bezos is the Amazon CEO. This man is currently the richest man in the world today, topping Bill Gates with a net worth of $168 billion. Guys, this is amazing. This is amazing. E-commerce is the biggest trend. E-commerce is the biggest trend. I tell people that e-commerce is the next big thing. If you're here and you don't invest, you don't have an investment in e-commerce, you are missing out. You are missing out a great deal. It is the next big thing. It is the next big thing. Don't miss out, because tomorrow you will regret it. I can assure you. Now, if you missed Amazon IPO 20 years ago like myself did, I talking to you today, in fact, when this thing was opened, I was so very young then anyway, I couldn't have invested in that. But I tell you that if I know what I know today, and if I was opportune to see an opportunity like that today, I will never let it go by. So I am excited once again to bring you yet another opportunity similar to that of Amazon, to your way today, and I want you to tap into it, because it is an amazing opportunity that has surfaced in the e-commerce industry again. For those of us who missed the IPO of Amazon, don't miss this one. Don't miss this one. I beg you, with the name of God, don't miss this one. Okay, now what the opportunity that I want to share with you, all right, before I return back to this slide again with you, the opportunity I want to share with you, permit me to open it up to you right now. this opportunity is an opportunity that is changing lives, and I believe that it is going to change your life too. All right. Now, this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, is um Mirror Pass. Okay, Mirror Pass AMAT. Mirror Pass AMAT. Okay. Now, let me explain to you what this company is all about. What is Mirror Pass AMAT? What do they do? Okay. Now, Mirror Pass AMAT is a well-defined omni-channel B2C e-commerce company. Okay. Now, it is a business to consumer economic environment. And what happens in a B2C economic environment or company is that these companies tend to sell their online goods directly to consumers. Okay, they sell it directly to consumers, which are the end users of their products or services. Okay, now, I want to congratulate you again before I continue, for finding this video today and for finding this opportunity. I promised you that before the end of this video that I'm going to be showing you an opportunity, and here is my promise fulfilled. Here is the opportunity. Okay, now I need you to be in sync with everything I'm going to show you here today, because this is an awesome opportunity that has the tendency of changing your life financially for good. Okay, now what does Miropass offer? This company provides a one-stop online and offline shop for all your needs. They provide a one-stop online and offline shop for all your needs. They deliver products at your doorstep. Okay, now I need to tell you that this company has their address, I think, in Abuja. The address is located in Abuja. I want to scroll down to this page where I have information about them so that I can show it to you. Okay, now they have a very large shopping mall at plot 1578, zone A03, Amadu Bello Way, Garki to Abuja, Nigeria. This is where this company is located. Okay, and the company is a registered company with they are registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria. I think I have a picture in my system here that has information about their company registration. Okay, I think I have that information. Let me see if I can get to it. But if I can't get to it, then I will go ahead with the presentation. And if you can take your time and Google it, you can check for Google. You type in Miropass AMAT on Google, registration information with the Corporate Affairs Commission, and I believe you should have that information on Google. All right. So the company is very, very new. In fact, it just came into the country, I think, February this year. That is when they came into the country, February this year. So it is a company that has a tendency of affecting people's life financially for the best. So I myself am the kind of person that when I see an opportunity, I don't want to allow this the opportunity to pass by without sharing it with people that I personally know. Okay, and also before I share with you any opportunity, I must make sure I take my time to validate it, to review the opportunity, and become a part of it before I bring it open to the public. So I am somebody who actually practices what I preach. Okay, I don't tell you to do what I don't do. So unfortunately here I am not able to locate. I think I'm not able to locate the slide. Is this slide? Okay, I think the picture that shows the company registration, but all the same, let us continue. Like I said earlier, you can Google it, and I believe you find the registration information for the company on Google. So now I want to show you how you can make money with this company. Like I said earlier, they are a company that has come with the sole aim of making you attain financial freedom. Okay, now how do you make money with Miropass AMAT? Now this company offers you two ways of making good money. Okay, they offer you two ways of making good money. And the first is what we call vendor hub. Vendor hub. Then we have number 2, which is called the affiliate. All right. Now I'm going to differentiate between the vendor hub and the affiliate to you right now. Okay. Now the vendor hub basically connect buyers and sellers. Okay. Vendor hub connects buyers and sellers together, and the affiliate package, when you become an affiliate with Miropass, what that means is that you have become their partner. All right, you're partnering with the company. It's more like you become a part owner of the company in a way, more like you're a shareholder with the company, and you have a more closer relationship with the company and entitled to so many benefits that an ordinary vendor member will not be able to enjoy. Okay, now with that said, let me drill down further to benefits of becoming an affiliate member in Miropass AMAT. What do you benefit as an affiliate or a partner with Miropass? Now, the first thing you're going to get if you become a partner today is you shop at a subsidized rate. Okay, you're going to be shopping at the company's website and the offline mall at a very subsidized rate as a member. All right, now if other people shops maybe at a 5 to 10% discount rate, as a member you will be getting a whooping 20% or 25%, even up to 50% discount rate on the goods you'll be buying from the company. Now, number 2 benefit of an affiliate member is that you have the opportunity to sell your personal goods on Miropass AMAT e-commerce website, where over 2 million people will be shopping from per day in Nigeria. And this is the truth. All right, now if an ordinary member is coming to be a vendor on the website, now the commission the company will be charging that member will be higher compared to what an affiliate member will be paying. In fact, affiliate members, it is free for all affiliate members to list their product on the platform, and the company will sell it on your behalf. Number 3 benefit you will get is that you're going to have the opportunity again to earn money when you refer another affiliate member or advertise the company as a member. That is the truth, guys. This is amazing. The company pays you money whenever you show this opportunity to a friend or a family or even an enemy. Okay, when you affect people's life with this opportunity, Miropass says thank you for showing this opportunity to somebody, and they will pay it to you. Now, I keep asking people this question. Now, have you ever walked into any mall like I think the likes of Jumia or Konga or maybe ShopRite, the ones that are very much popular today? Have you ever walked into any of these places and purchased something and they pay you? They pay you, they give you money for buying from them. They don't do that. Nobody does that. None of these e-commerce websites or malls or companies does this. The only thing they will tell you is thank you for buying. We appreciate you coming. Come back another day. This is what they will tell you. But Miropass has changed the face of e-commerce. Miropass have changed the ideas. They've turned e-commerce around for the best in this country. Now today, you and I can boast of going to Miropass AMAT to shop, and after shopping, the company pays us for shopping. This is only achievable in Miropass AMAT. Number 4, you can use your earnings in this company to shop whatsoever you want, both offline and online. That is it. Now we call this shopping voucher. Now, when you become an affiliate today, which I know you will do, the company will provide you, with the tendency or with a means rather of earning of shopping from their website. Now, this is how it works. Okay, this is how it works. Now, whenever you earn money as an affiliate member, the company removes 10% of your earnings and deposits this money into your shopping voucher. Now, what this shopping voucher is used for is to shop on the website, either offline or online from the website. Okay, that's number 4 benefit you get from Miropass AMAT. Number 5 is you have access to VTU package to recharge your phone. VTU stands for visual top up. All right, now you have access to this VTU package from your dashboard to be able to recharge your phone, your DSTV at home, your GoTV, and every other thing you want to recharge that is supported in the platform from your earnings, you see. And also number 6 is that you're going to be getting a 3% weekly bonus on affiliate package for a total of 50 weeks, not 52 weeks. I think there's a typo there. It is 50 weeks. Okay, for 50 weeks you're going to get a 3% bonus. Now, for those who don't understand what this part means, now so many of us are afraid, or should I say don't like talking to people. Now you tell somebody, come and join my business, the first thing they will ask you is, does it involve me telling somebody or bringing people? That's the question they will ask you. Okay, right now, Miropass AMAT understands that most people do not like talking to people, but we're going to get to that in a jiffy. Why you have to talk to people anyway? Why is it important you talk to people? Why you even talk to people about businesses and you don't even know you're doing that? We're going to get to all of that in a jiffy in this video. But first of all, let me bring this to you. Now, the company knows that so many people don't enjoy the lies of talking to people about a particular thing. Now, Miropass says this: can you come on board and invest with us, okay, on any of the packages we have, and every week we pay you 3%. Okay, now I call this the lazy guys formula. Okay, now they know some people don't want to work. Okay, they say, okay, let's give you 3%. Every week, guys, you will earn 3% in Miropass. Now, look at it this way. If you earn 3 weeks in Miropass, at the end, if you earn 3% rather in Miropass every week, at the end of 50 weeks, you must have, earned 100% of your capital that you invested with, and an extra 50% profit on top of it. So in either way, you're not losing your money. Okay, now there is no bank, I tell people, there is no bank in Nigeria that you or I are living in today that will be able to pay you even up to a 10% interest on no matter the amount of money you have with them in 1 year. They don't do that. Okay, they don't do that. So would you rather put your money in an investment vehicle that has a tendency of appreciating over time and paying you even while you're sleeping, or do you want to put your money in the bank? Now, many people, I tell people that the poor likes to hold money. Okay, the poor people always like to hold money. Do you know why? Because holding money, gives them this sense of being wealthy. That is the truth. Holding money gives them this sense of being wealthy. Okay, they want to boast that I have 10 million in my bank account. Do you know I have up to 30, 40 million in my bank account? This is what makes the poor feel happy, feel excited. But little did they know that the bank is the worst place that you can keep your money. This is what I tell people in every seminars and workshop or webinars that I conduct. I make this clearly open, that you don't put your money in the bank and be happy that your money is somewhere. Do you know why? Because of what we call inflation. Okay, the inflation rate in the country right now is about I think 14 to 15%. Now, if you have 1 million naira in the bank, maybe you put that money by 1st of January 2018. Now, by December 2018, I am going to tell you this. The gospel truth is that 1 million naira that you have is no longer going to be 1 million naira. Okay, those of us who understands economies and accounting will relate with what I'm saying, I think, in a better way. Okay, now that's what we call inflation. Okay, inflation is the rate at which your money loses value. That is called inflation. So the purchasing power of your money is going to reduce. from 1 million naira to maybe around 800,000 or 900,000. It is shocking, but that's the gospel truth about it. So where is the best place to put your money? The best place to put your money is an investment. You put your money into an investment that has a tendency of appreciating even over the prevalent in inflation rate in the country. Okay, guys, with that said, let's move into the affiliate membership packages in Miropass. Okay, now Miropass offers you five different packages. Okay, Miropass offers 5 different packages. The first one is called CP1. We have CP1, we have CP2. Okay, CP1 goes for 10,000 naira, CP2 goes for 20,000 naira, and of course CP3 goes for 50,000 naira. CP4 is 100,000 and CP5 is 200,000 naira. That is the master of them all, 200k. Now, I want to talk about the benefits of each of the affiliate membership package in Miropass. Please, I need you to pay attention to understand this part very clearly, and if you miss anything, you can always call my phone number, which I'm going to be sharing with you at the end of this presentation. Call my phone numbers and I am ready to always work with you, because your financial freedom is what will make me happy. Okay, now CP1, 10,000 naira, customer package 1. You're going to be getting a 3% weekly bonus of 300 naira for 50 weeks. Okay, at the end of 50 weeks, you must have earned 15,600 naira from this business. Now, this is if you decide not to work. And what do I mean by not to work? If you decide to close your mouth and not share this awesome opportunity with friends and families. If you don't tell anybody about this opportunity, the company will pay you this money every week, and at the end of the 50 weeks, you're going to be getting 100% of your investment and an extra 50% whooping interest on your investment. Now, that is not all. There is also a 5% daily team bonus. Okay, I'm going to explain what the daily team bonus is all about as I drill further in the presentation. Now, the daily max team bonus for customer package 1 is 5,000 naira. You're going to understand that very much better after I'm through with this section. Then that brings me to CP2, customer package 2, 20k package. Also, the 3% weekly bonus applies here, and that amounts to 600 naira every week for 50 weeks. You will earn 31,200 naira at the end of 50 weeks. Then also a 10% daily team bonus applies in CP2, and you will get a daily max team bonus of 15,000 naira. Then CP3, 3% weekly bonus is still achievable here, coupled with the 50 weeks period of payment, which amounts to 78,000 at the end of 50 weeks, and a 15% daily team bonus and a daily max team bonus of 40,000 naira. Then customer package 4, which is CP4, 3% weekly team bonus, which is 3k every week for a period of 50 weeks. You would have earned 156,000, coupled with a 20% daily team bonus and a daily max team bonus of 120,000. Then this is the chief of them all. This is what I call Oga CP5, the customer package 5. 3% weekly bonus also. Now guys, here you'll be earning 6k every blessed week, and under your 50 weeks you would have earned 312,000 naira. I think if that calculation is wrong, I'm not with my calculator here. You can always multiply 6,000 by 50. That will give you how much you would have earned in 50 weeks. Then a 30% daily team bonus also applies in CP5, and a daily max team bonus of 300,000 naira. Okay, moving on. There is something here. Daily team bonus calculation. Daily team bonus calculation. Now, having seen the customer packages and all the information that goes with them, it is important that we understand how the daily team bonus is calculated. You know, I promised you that I was going to tell you much about or more about the daily team bonus as I drill further, and here we are. Now, I need you to pay attention here to understand this illustration. This illustration will help you to understand what the daily team bonus is and how it actually works. Okay, and there is something I forgot to mention on the benefit of affiliate package. There is a seventh benefit there, and that seventh benefit excuse me, is this. Now, it is called MirrorPass franchise. MirrorPass franchise. Now, the way MirrorPass franchise works is the top earners, the 50 top earners in MirrorPass are going to be built a mini mall of their choice in any country, in any state in Nigeria that they want. MirrorPass is going to build them a mini mall of their choice in any state they want. Okay, so back to daily team bonus calculation. Now, example one. Now, let's say Mr. A, who happens to be a CP5 member, introduces Mr. B, okay, who also comes on board with the CP5 package of 200,000 naira on his left hand side, okay, and also goes ahead and introduce Mr. C, and Mr. C comes on board with CP4 and happens to be on the right of this CP5 member, which is Mr. A. Now, with that said, MirrorPass operates on a binary chain. Anyway, they offer a binary system. I think I didn't mention that. And what binary means is that as a customer in MirrorPass, you can only have two persons underneath you at any point in time. Okay, only two downlines will be under you. Now, the rest people that are coming under you has to fall as spillovers for your two direct downlines. That is what hybrid binary system means, and it is exactly what MirrorPass AMAT actually operates on. Now, back to the illustration. Okay, now this guy CP5, Mr. A, brings in two members, a CP5 member on the left and a CP4 member on the right. On the right, yes. Now, how is the daily the team bonus calculated? Okay, now team bonus is the money that you earn every day, provided that activities happens under your network or under your leg. Okay, now whenever activities happen under your leg, now what is this activity I'm talking about? New sign-ups. Okay, whenever members are signing up under your team or your organization, the company always pays you. So in MirrorPass, we earn money every day. In MirrorPass, we earn money every blessed day. Okay, we don't wait at the end of the month to earn. This is residual income. This is where we earn money every blessed day. So a team bonus will be this: 30% of 100,000 naira. Okay, the company pays this particular person here 30% of the money or the activity on the shorter leg. As you can see, there are two legs here, B and C. Okay, or should I say left and the right? Okay, now the person on the left is 200 and the person on the right is 100. So which of these is the lesser leg? It is the one of 100k. So MirrorPass will give you 30% on the right leg, which happens to be the shorter leg, and that will give you 30,000 naira for this activity. Okay, that is it for that illustration there. So let's move on with other illustration. This is example 2. Now, example 2, assuming Mr. A again, another Mr. A now prefers CP5 on the left, okay, and another CP5 on the right. Remember that example 2 we had a CP5 on the left and a CP4 on the right, but here we are having two CP5, one on the left and one on the right, on both sides, CP5 on both sides. Now, how will the team bonus be calculated? Remember, team bonus is the money you earn every day in Europass. That is a max you can earn in a day, depending on the package you are, which I'm going to show you in a jiffy. Now, in this illustration here, CP5 on the left, CP5 on the right. Now, how does the system calculate this? How are you paid here? Now, look at this. We say the shorter leg will be 50%. That is half of 200K. Since we have them equal on the right, okay? Now, the company operates on a 2-to-1 ratio. The company operates on a 2-to-1 ratio, okay? Now, but if the ratio, okay, now, like I said earlier, the company operates on a 2-to-1 ratio, okay? So at every point in time, the value on the left, on the shorter leg, has to always be, I think, 1/2 or half of the value on the right, on the other leg, okay? So, but in this case, there are equal values on both left and right. So what happens here is that the company will divide either of the legs with 2. Okay, once it divides by 2, then you'll be paid 30% of that particular answer. Okay, and please remember the 30% is not fixed. Okay, it's only for those on CP5. Only CP5 members get 30% team bonus. Okay, other packages has their own. I think I've discussed that before now. So for people that have the same values on left and right, please take note. There will be a division of either point and a percentage allocated to the answer, okay, depending on the package that you are. Let's consider example 3. Now, in example 3, let's assume that Mr. A is comes on board with a CP1 package now, but refer the same set of people as in example 1. Now, remember, in our example 1, we were dealing with a CP5 member, but here example 3 is CP1. Now, example 1, CP5 referred one CP5 on the left and a CP4 on the right. But in example 3, we are considering the earnings of somebody who decides to come on board with CP1, which is the 10,000 naira package. Now, what will happen? Remember that 10,000 naira package, they earn a 5% team bonus, okay? While CP5 earns 30%. Now, a team bonus will be 5% of the shorter leg, which in this case is C, with a 100,000 naira package CP4. Now, the company pays you 5% of 100,000, and in this case, it is 5,000. But remember that a CP5 member here would have earned around 30,000 naira here or thereabout. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, now we always advise people to come on board on Miropass with higher packages, because higher packages will give you earn higher in Miropass. It gives you more money. It helps you to get to financial freedom faster. Okay, but that is of course if you can afford it. Okay, if you can afford it, please, it's advisable that you come on board with higher packages. At least a CP3, CP4, or a CP5 will do. Okay, all right. But remember, in the company, we also do what we call upgrade. Okay, let's say for example you come on board with CP4 or 3, and you want to upgrade to maybe a CP5 package. The company offers you a one-time upgrade. Okay, after you upgrade once, you cannot upgrade again. Upgrade in Miropass is only once. All right. And also, one thing I want to note in Miropass is this company has the tendency of lasting for more than 50 years from projection, from calculation and statistics, with the industry they are playing in. Remember, I told you that e-commerce is a trend. We've talked about trend investments and fabs. Okay, e-commerce is never a fab. It is a trend. And one thing about trend is that trend has the tendency of lasting for centuries. I gave us examples with internet, examples also with real estate. Now, till thy kingdom come, real estate business will stand. The same thing goes to cryptocurrency. So e-commerce is another trend, and the more reason why you shouldn't be afraid investing your money into Miropass is because Miropass is playing in an industry that has a tendency of lasting for decades. Okay, now with that said, let us move into what we call team bonus daily limit. Now, there is a daily maximum amount you can get as a team bonus in Miropass. Now, if team bonus from calculation exceed daily limit will be used as team bonus for that particular day. Now, this is it here. This is what it means. Now, let's consider an example below to illustrate that. Look at another example with a CP5 member, 200K, referring or having, not referring this time around, having a total activity of 1.5 million naira on the left leg and 3 million naira on the right leg, total points on the right leg for a particular day. Remember, in Miropass, we earn every day. All right. Now, the team bonus for this member is 30% of 1.5 million naira, which happens to be the lesser leg from this illustration. But look at the amount this is going to be giving us here. The amount is 450,000 naira. But Miropass will pay this customer 300,000 naira. This is what we call daily team limit or daily limit. Okay, the highest amount of money you can earn in a particular day on CP5 is 300,000 naira. So when this happens, every other point will be rolled over to the next day and waiting for any new activities on that day for you to be paid again. Guys, Miropass is awesome. Miropass is swift. I can tell you, as I'm talking to you right now, there are people in Miropass AMAT who are earning 300,000 naira every blessed day. I don't think any company pays up to that. I don't think any oil company or any bank pays their workers up to 300k per day. All right, this is where it's happening. This is where you can get this particular kind of money. This is where financial freedom is easy to attain. Guys, take this seriously and run with it. Now, team bonus daily limit. I think we talked about this before. And okay, we are trying to calculate again on the CP1. Now, let's look at CP1 on team bonus daily limit. Now, a CP1 member of 10k refers CP5, CP4. Okay, now, okay. Let's look at it this way. Now, this is talking about total team effort for a particular day. Okay, now if total team effort for a particular day here on a for a CP1 member on the left is 200k and on the right is 400k. Remember, the team bonus for this CP1 member is 5% of the lesser leg here, which is 200,000 naira. And if you take 5% of 200,000, that is going to give you 10,000 naira. But remember that the daily limit for a CP1 member, this is a typo here, CP1 is supposed to be here, is 5,000 naira. That is the daily limit for CP1. Okay, now this person will only be paid 5,000 naira, and the remaining 5k here will not be paid for that particular day until the next day. If any new activity happens, then he or she will earn for the activities on that particular day. This is another reason why we advise our members to always aim for higher packages so that you can earn something reasonable from your team effort. Okay, this is not money you earn alone. This is money that you earn as a result of your team effort. It is residual. We have people in Miropass that are not even working that much, but the effort of their members is paying them every blessed day. Is paying them every blessed day. All right. So now you have it. I just showed you a wonderful business opportunity that has a tendency of transforming your financial life in months or less than a year. It is possible. I tell you guys, it is possible. let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. I believe you can do this, and I want you right now to say yes to financial freedom and become an affiliate in Miropass. You don't wait until somebody comes and tells you what, or gives you money, or tells you what to do. All you need is information. I told you earlier that we are in an information age. Okay, you need information. You need the right information to run with. I tell people that poverty is not the absence of money. That is a mistake people make. If you're poor does not mean you don't have money, and if you're rich if you have money does not mean you're rich. Are you getting me? Let's get that clearly. Poverty is not the absence of money. Poverty is either the presence of ignorance or the absence of knowledge. Okay, the absence of knowledge. All right, now there's a portion in the Bible that God says that he will give us the power to make wealth. The power he's talking about there is knowledge. When you have the right knowledge to make money, you will make money. The reason why people struggle in life is because they lack the right financial knowledge and information. Okay, they don't have the right information that they can make money with. Right now, guys, I have presented you a wonderful opportunity that can make you money, that can make you become financially free, and it all boils down to you now. It all boils down to if you say yes or no to it. But I hope and I pray that you say a big yes to this opportunity. Now, there's something else I want to point out to. I want to go back to my slide. I want to point out something to you right now before we call it a day. Finally, before we call it a day. Now, this is very, very important. Okay, it's very important. Now, I have shown you an opportunity, and I believe you have recognized it. Okay, now this is one thing that differentiates the rich and the poor. The rich, they have the tendency of seeing opportunities and recognizing it. They recognize the opportunity and then run with it. Okay, now to become rich, I tell people you have to learn to put your money in an investment vehicle that will bring you return over and above the prevalent inflation rate. That is not all. I also talked about poverty earlier now. I said it is the lack of knowledge or the presence of ignorance. And the absence of money that so many of us call poverty is actually not poverty, all right? If you don't have money, what it means is that you are broke. Okay, somebody who don't have money is broke, and if you're broke today does not mean you're going to be broke tomorrow. Okay, you don't have money today does not mean tomorrow you're not going to have money. All you need is to get the right knowledge, get the right information that you need, and you are on your way to financial freedom. Okay, now the rich takes their wages and put it into an asset. I'm telling you this because this is very, very expedient. You need to learn this. The rich people, they take their money. Now listen, the rich also earn wages. Wages are reward for labor. Okay, wages are the reward for labor. So the rich also earn wages. But the thing is this: when they earn these wages, they put it into an asset. Then they will build it over time until the time that the money coming from their asset will begin to fund their luxurious lifestyle. That is what differentiates the rich from the poor. Okay, the poor man, on the other way around, will use their wages to fund their luxurious lifestyle, and at the end of the day they will run into debt. But the rich does not spend their money that way. They put it into an investment, into assets that over time will appreciate and begin to fund their luxurious lifestyle for them. Okay, now also get this clearly: the rich focus on creating assets while the poor focus on buying liabilities. And what are assets? What are liabilities? In a plain English, assets are the things that put money in your pocket, while liabilities are those things that takes money out of your pocket. No matter what it is, as far as that thing does not put money in your pocket, it is a liability. Okay, now I think I've mentioned this before. Now, what is a business and how do you build a business? Please, you have to take this very seriously. You have to get this part. This is very, very serious for your financial life. What is a business and how do you build a business? Now, I want to define a business to you. Now, according to World's Popular magazine, the Forbes magazine, A business is an establishment with a minimum of 500 employees. With a minimum of 500 employees. Now, the rich, they build businesses. They build systems that makes them money without their physical presence. That is what the rich people do. Okay, now, but you might want to ask me this question, that if the rich, they build these businesses, they build these systems, the reason is because they have the social capital, they have the financial capital, they have everything it takes to build this business. And that is the truth. Now, the question is, for a regular guy like myself and you, okay, how do we build a business like this, just like the rich, 500 plus employees? How do we build this business? How do you build this business? Now, the simple plain answer to this question is what I call network marketing. Network marketing is the solution for the regular guy to build a big business. Just like Forbes defines it, 500 plus employees. It is through network marketing. That is the truth. Network marketing. But unfortunately, in this part of the world, all right, people have the wrong mindset. People have, the wrong understanding of network marketing. But the truth be told, it is the only solution for the regular guy to build a successful big business for him or herself. Now, before now, you needed humongous capital to build a business, 500 plus employees. But in the 21st century, I tell you, network marketing has demystified that. Now, you will tell people, say they don't like network marketing. A good number of people, they shy away from network marketing. But the truth is this. Now, whether you like it or not, you are a networker. This is what I tell people. Every one of us are networkers. That is the truth. That's the gospel truth. Now, look at it this way. I remember a particular day I was walking on the road. I was putting on a very nice shoe on that particular day. Now, a friend of mine accosted me. He saw me on the way and he was like, "Wow, guy, I like the shoe you're putting on." Okay. Now, the next question he asked me was, "Where did you get this shoe? I think I need a pair for myself too." I said, "Okay, that's no problem." I decided to tell him where I got the shoe from. I even gave him the contact of the young man's boutique where I got the shoe from. Now, what he did is he picked up the contact, and later on he called this young man that I got the shoe from and went there and picked the same design for himself. Now, in that particular situation, what have I done? I have networked. I have spoken to somebody about somebody's business. But the thing is, I didn't even get paid doing it. Even the young man that I have marketed his business to my friend does not even know who I am. He doesn't even know if I marketed his business. He didn't pay me money. He has not given me anything in return for helping him get an extra customer. Okay, but in network marketing is different. Can you talk to people and while you are talking to them, you are making money? This is what we tell people to do in network marketing. Okay, you tell somebody about an opportunity that can change his or her life and you make money while doing it. It is that simple. It is that simple. Now, another illustration I have to give you is this. Now, for so many of us who are Christians, now, network marketing, I call it the God's kind of business. Jesus Christ was a networker. I tell you the gospel truth. That is the truth about it. Now, let me explain what I mean. Now, when Jesus Christ came, he started off with 12 disciples. 12 disciples was who he started off with. Now, but can I ask you a question now? The person that preached to you before you gave your life to Christ, was it Jesus himself that preached to you? Or was it any of the 12 disciples of Jesus that preached to you? The answer is no. Okay? Now, somebody talked to somebody who talked to somebody that talked to somebody who talked to you before you gave your life to Christ. That is the bottom line. That is the truth about it. Okay? Now, even for our Muslim brothers, Prophet Muhammad started with 4 disciples. 4 disciples. All right? But if you are a Muslim today, you won't tell me that it was Muhammad or either of the 4 disciples that preached to you before you converted and became a Muslim or joined Islam. It is somebody that spoke to you before you gave your life. This is network marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are networkers and we don't know this. So directly or indirectly, we are networkers. We are marketers. Okay? And we don't know this. All right. Now, if you want to be financially free, I told you earlier on, it is one thing that is important is to master the art of sales. You either sell services or you sell products. Okay? Now, network marketing, we sell service to people or products. So whichever one you're selling, you have to take it as a business, and that is the only way you will see yourself attain financial freedom and being successful with it. Now, with that said, how do you get started in Miropass? I just showed you a wonderful opportunity that you can tap into right now and get yourself positioned for financial freedom, and that is Miropass. Now, if you want to get started with Miropass, which I know you want to, how do you get started now? Now, to come on board, I will need you to call these phone numbers. You call 070-1577-6874 or you call 090-554-607 and 51 to get started. I am ready to work with you. I am willing to make sure that you attain financial freedom. If you don't want to call the numbers, or you have I can also give my email address. You can also send an email to me at kelseygreat@gmail.com. Send that email now. Call those phone numbers to get started. Your financial freedom is guaranteed if you don't flaunt this information. I told us that informations are very powerful, but it all boils down to what you do with them after hearing them. And I believe that you're not going to throw away this information today. You're going to act accordingly and position yourself for financial freedom. To your financial freedom, ladies and gentlemen, I still remain your one and only Okere Gospel Kelsey, web developer and digital marketer. And I bring you financial news today and wonderful business opportunity because money rules the world. And I believe that the right knowledge and the right information will get you to financial freedom. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to your financial status being changed. Please call my phone numbers and let's sign you up on Miropass Ema today. Have a nice day and God bless you.